I am at a breaking point in my marriage. I can't do anymore. I'm tired.
You're not sharing in the load. And when you step over something, who do you think's gonna do it? It's gonna magically pick itself up and go into the kitchen?
Paula tries to mother me. Paula will critique me in a way that makes me feel small.
It's always something, Jeremy, with you. You always have an excuse. You always have a reason. It's always because of something for Jeremy.
Everything needs to be her way, or else there is no peace in the house.
You don't do things right the first time. You leave it for somebody else to do, and that's not fair. Do you want to even understand what I'm saying?
I do feel that Jeremy is lazy and that he does need to be told what to do.
You walk over recyclables, literally a huge box, 7 days in a row.
The problem is he doesn't like to be told what to do.
You believe everything has to be a freaking chore and a task. That's
No.
not every human on the planet. That's not me.
Paula can be very controlling. She will control how I drive.
It's a lack of defensive driving. You're following too closely behind the person in front of you.
Paula definitely wants to control the finances in the house.
I've asked you to communicate with me, and I need all receipts.
It was only, to me, a $42 purchase out of my money that I got for my birthday.
I got upset about it because you didn't discuss it with me.
It feels like we have 3 children and I'm treated as the 3rd child.
I am controlling and I realize that, but if he doesn't like it and he's not going to step up, then he can file for divorce.
I joined the Air Force in 2000. 3 years after that, in Vegas for training, I was drinking a lot. I blacked out, and the next day I woke up in my hotel. I found a receipt. The name on it was something weird. I called the place, and I was like, yeah, I have a question. What kind of establishment is this? And he was like, it's a brothel. And I was like, oh.
I'm the one that handles the finances and the bills. I got the government credit card bill, and that's when I found a charge that I didn't quite understand. I asked for clarification on what it was, and of course he lied to me and said that it was for lingerie. You get your credit card statement maybe 24 days after the billing cycle. I knew I had not received any lingerie, so of course I pressed for the truth. And he said that he was gambling and they give you drinks. It wasn't uncommon for him to have 12 to 14 drinks in a 4 or 5 hour period. Jeremy told me that he drove to the brothel, that he had the women line up, that he picked out the one that he wanted, and then he went upstairs.
I remember going to the brothel, and I don't even know what happened at the brothel. I just know that I was there and was charged to my credit card.
I'm not sure if what Jeremy told me about the brothel is actual truth or if he made it up because he doesn't remember. Jeremy's not known for being able to perform when he's drunk. So whether or not anything actually happened, I'm not really sure. But the whole point that it did is cheating in and of itself. In 2014, Jeremy was in the Air Force for 13 and a half years, and he was up for his next deployment as well as his re-upping. If Jeremy had re-upped, we would have continued to receive the medical benefits that were very critical to mine and my son's asthma. It was in 2014, and I'm not exactly sure when because he hid it from me. He tested positive for cannabis use.
After being diagnosed with PTSD, I realized that I could self-medicate using cannabis. My Air Force base ran a random drug test, and I tested positive.
He was given many opportunities to treat his PTSD and the headaches that he got as a result of it. This included injections, different medications, newer treatments, and none of these were working. So when he started using cannabis to self-medicate and tested positive, he went ahead and decided that he was going to take an honorary discharge instead of re-upping and facing a court-martial.
At that point, I was already so mentally drained from the PTSD, from my job. I wasn't planning on staying anyways. So without consulting Paula, I had already got another job and was honorably discharged.
I was furious. I mean, my first reaction was, how could you do this to us? Not only hurting your marriage and being a parent, but you're throwing away your career in the military.
Paula felt like I had betrayed our family, and I really felt like she didn't care that I was being destroyed. My soul, my mind, everything.
I have told Jeremy that not being intimate with him makes me feel unloved alone, unwanted. I told him if he didn't take care of business, that I was going to find somebody else to do it for him. I told him if he didn't like it, he could file for a divorce. He never replied, he never said anything.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.